The story begins with a girl named Marjan. She comes to the harem with the aunt to sell jewelry to the harem women. Marjan sees some children from the harem and tells them a story. Then a great-eyed girl comes to her and asks if she knows any more stories. Marjan says yes, and the girl tells her to follow her, and turns out to be Shahrazad's sister, Dunzad. Dunzad takes Marjan to Shahrazad, and Marjan tells her the story that Marjan knew. After many stories, Shahrazad hears a story she doesn't know, and demands that Marjan tells her the rest of the story. When Marjan finishes telling the story, Shahrazad goes home to find out that she'll be living with Shahrazad in the harem to be her servant.
Marjan was summoned to the Khan, the Sultan's mother, before she could permanently live there. The Khan was surprised to see that she would have to allow a crippled in her harem, but she let Marjan live there anyway. She was then summoned to Shahrazad to tell a story. Marjan told a story, one about a seaman and magic. Marjan told the story just in time for Shahrazad to leave to go tell the Sultan a story. Marjan didn't know the rest of the story. The next morning, Shahrazad was still alive, but the Sultan wanted the rest of the story, the part Marjan didn't know. Marjan would have to find the storyteller that told the story to her. She would also have to find a way out. Shahrazad and her sister Dunazad created a plan to get Marjan out of the palace to get to the storyteller without the Khan knowing. Shahrazad scratched on her chest so it would be taken away to the city to be fixed, and that would be Marjan's transportation. She got to the woodcarver's shop safely, and after a lot of searching found the storyteller and was told the story. But it was getting late, and she still needed to tell Shahrazad the story. She told the storyteller she would come back for the rest of the story. She went back to Shahrazad and told her the story just in time, but she also told her that she didn't have all of it. They would have to go back for more.
Dunazad went with Marjan to get the story by traveling in oil jars. They brought pigeons for the storyteller to send them the story. Their first try to get into the harem doesn't work, so they dress up as musicians with others that are boys, and it works. Marjan tries to pretend to have been listening the whole time, gets caught, is beaten up because of a rumor that she doesn't know about, and is thrown into the dungeon.
Marjan and Ayaz snuck into the harem and interrupted a discussion between the Cotton, Dunazad, Shahrazad, and the Sultan. Marjan, with the help of Zainab, escaped the harem and ran to the blind storyteller and her mother's old maid. They told her that her mother maimed her for a reason, to protect her from becoming one of the Sultan's lifeless wives. Her father had turned on Marjan's mother and would not allow any escaping from the house. Hurting Marjan was the only choice. Marjan came to tell the tale of what had been occurring, the Sultan killing wives every night, Shahrazad marrying him and staying alive for 3 years, and Marjan, herself, helping find stories for Shahrazad. All of this is incorporated in this story, but in the conclusion, the one who tells stories every night for her life is no longer pressured, but can now tell stories for her own contentment. The Sultan was emotionally touched and wanted life to be like it was in the end of the story. So it was.